have a chance for even an outright number 8 spot.
And by the way, don't forget that Gatorade is our official drink at the PBA. Gatorade, is it in you?
Just nice pass right there from Cyrus, zinging it to Chico Lanete, who made the best version he can of an alley-oop, I think.
Oh boy. Bit of the PBA history. The most lopsided loss so far of Coca-Cola was in January 2006 when they lost to Santa Lucia 122-75. That was the Philippine Cup wildcard playoff. And the most lopsided win by Ginebra over the last 15 years. Oh boy, this is really going back in history. We had a 119-84 win over Pure Foods, 146-111 against San Miguel, 150-70 over Wellcoat. Boy, they've been in the situation.
Yeah, when Ginebra gets things going, you know, it's easy when you have the fans all behind you and you're clicking, you're playing great, you're well coached with a lot of talent, and you get everything going right. Ginebra's having another one of those days. So
far in the conference, the most one-sided game, Coca-Cola on the short end of the stick also of that game, was Talking Tex against Coca-Cola, and Talking Tex won 133-111.
Well, good break of Coca-Cola's press right there by Ginebra.
The other lopsided games that we've had, or the big margin games, was Talking Tex winning against San Miguel, 129-100. And this season, San Miguel winning against Barangay Ginebra, also 118-89. Hello.
Look at the work on the glass right there from Mamaril, Rivas, Intal, keeping the ball alive and getting the bucket. Just great effort. Until now, a sustained effort by Ginebra. Asi working down there, getting great position, and Ron J. Buenafe finding him.
Lanete and Singson get entangled, and Singson will be charged with this foul, his third.
Cope really coming out, trying to press. Talked about Ronald Tubid earlier and him badgering the guys that he's guarding. Coke trying to take a page out of his book and press her a little bit. Try to get some intensity, some energy going here in this fourth so you can build on something. Even late, a little something positive helps you going into Friday.
And even just practice tomorrow. Because there will be practice most likely tomorrow. And Tao Lava can't knock it in from close range. Lanete.
Nice move by just hesitating, hopping, skipping, and elevating and finishing over Asi. Nice attack of the basket.
You know, I think Chico Lanete was born with a motor inside his body that continues to hum. Just a perpetual state of motion. And Dale Singson knocks in one from the side. The lead is still 32. We're getting a workout, an exercise in subtraction here. Or if you're Ginebra, might be addition. JC Intal pops.
Oh, why not? Everything else seems to have been going in lately from the outside for Ginebra.
Intal gets blocked though, and Penny with a foul. And Intal will visit the free throw line. And if you're a Barangay Ginebra fan, you're undoubtedly pleased with what has transpired here today.
Well, these guys have just been playing great when they needed it. And for sure, you weren't expecting, if you're Ginebra, this big of a lead. Really sustained early on. Started at the end of halftime, it was 25. And then in the third quarter, it just kept growing and growing. And they sustained this huge lead.
KFC delivery assist of the quarter. Baguio to Lanete. Sounds like a law firm, doesn't it? And magpa-deliver sa KFC. Just dial 887-8888 KFC. It's finger looking good. I think that basketball is beginning to feel like a bucket of KFC to these Barangay Ginebra players right now because they're playing so deliciously well. I know you like it hot and spicy, Alex.
I do. I love spicy food. Not like my brother, though. That guy's crazy.
Why?
I'll tell you after this possession.
Okay. Likes it cold and bland, huh?
Noel back in the game. And
you know, you can sense in this guy, basketball is serious business for him. Really serious business. No, it's no fooling around. It's all business for him.
well, and when he comes flying down the lane like that two-hand dunk that he had earlier.
Oh, yes. Nagulat ka ron, ano?
It's like Irish mythology. He just comes flying down there like a screaming banshee and just slams the ball home.
And Tubid has been the main man for Barangay Ginebra. And by the way, meet the best of the best on the PBA at the Powerade Team Pilipinas autograph signing. Saturday, May 23, 2009, 5 p.m. at the Glorieta Activity Center. Powerade Sports is what you make it.
Nice effort right there, Noel. Still playing defense, you know, with this. Oh, they got a turnover. You got a deflection. Ball going out of bounds. Still 34-point lead right now for Ginebra. And at some point, you wonder when the coaches will begin to sub in and bring players off the bench to save some energy of their main guys for the game coming up on Friday.
Oh, the gift of youth, huh? Those legs.
Yeah, well, they're... Tell you what. Oh, looked like Cyrus wanted to attack right away.
And then a foul from behind. Estelan gets a technical. I know we have to go to Patricia. Let's get this technical down pat first. Mark Telan with the technical. Now let's go to Patricia.
You guys were talking about Team Pilipinas earlier. Well, Commissioner Sonny Barrios just had a press conference with the announcement of the final 12 of those who will see action of the Powerade Team Pilipinas, which will see action in Siaba in Medan, Indonesia on June 6 to 10. From the 14 in the roster, out are Sonny Toss officially, who's riddled with the knee, and Kelly Williams. We all know what his condition is, and we still wish him well. A future addition might be Japet Aguilar, who will come after he participates on the June 19 to 21 NBDL camp and will arrive here in the Philippines on the 23rd of June. He'll most likely be part of the national team, which will take part in the Jones Cup on July 18 to 26. So go Team Pilipinas. Back to you, 7, Alex.
Okay, that's always something that steers a lot of interest, the selection and the final composition of the Philippine national team, regardless of generation. And we'll talk about that and more basketball after this break and the ceasefire requested by Coca-Cola. Only 6 minutes and 23 seconds before Vito Lasatin and Andy the Doctor present to you Alaska Milk against Stock and Section, our second presentation here on CS9. Do stay tuned for that. Alex, I know we have a little time, and it looks like Ginebra will go home with this one. I don't think that there's no need to really force the issue. Coca-Cola just didn't get it going here today. What are the consequences in the team standings now, just to review?
Well, a lot is going to be determined in the second game. So if you're a PBA fan, make sure you watch the second game after this as well, because Talking Text and Alaska are playing for an important game for both of those teams in the standings. So Coke will go down after this game, will go down to 5-8. Alaska is 4-8 with a chance to tie Coke. Now, those two teams, if Alaska wins, would be tied in the 9th spot. And you don't want to end up in the 9th spot if JJ strokes another 3 and expands this lead to 38. But you don't want to end up in the 9th spot, because if you end up in the 9th spot, you have to win 2 games to advance in the playoffs.
Yes.
So a very important game coming up later. And Coke and Alaska both play on Friday. Important games for both of these teams, as well as Ginebra is Alaska's Kalaban. What do you call Kalaban? Opponent. I can't speak English.
That's outrageous, Alex. That's really outrageous. You asking what the English word is. It's really outrageous.
So Ginebra's opponent, thank you for translating for me, Seb. Ginebra's opponent will be Alaska. So both these teams, Ginebra will be fighting for the outright semifinals, and Alaska will be fighting to try to get the 8th spot to get out of the cellar and just into a wild card knockout.
The interesting part is that your team and then Burger King, Yang Yao said it's out of our hands. Let's see how the cookie crumbles. And Barangay Ginebra will jump out to 8-5.
Oh, what a possession. Move the ball, move the ball, move the ball at the buzzer.